I want to share this story with you about how my sister, the narcissist, worked me and my daughter away from each other. In 2019, I get a phone call from my daughter explaining she had just been in a car accident. She told me it was a minor accident. She was fine. She had worked out something with the other driver where they was going to pay for the damages because they ran into her. The car was in my name, of course, under my insurance. So I went by there to check on her anyway. She calls me one day, questioning me about what's covered under the insurance. Now, after explaining this to her, we get off the phone. Next time I hear from her, it's a text message explaining that she had contacted the insurance company, told her that the policy had been canceled for non-payment. I already knew I had a problem. I was going to be hearing from the insurance company real soon. For anybody that know anything about car insurance, the one thing that you do know, when you have multiple cars on your policy, you cannot pay for one car and not pay for another. The only way that you can do that is you have to actually take whatever car they're not paying for off of the policy, then make your payment. I pulled up my insurance app and I took a screenshot showing all 7 cars that's on my insurance policy is active. I ended up getting a letter from the insurance company stating that they had added my daughter onto my insurance, and now my insurance payments are going to triple, not just for the car she was driving, but for all 7 cars. So my thoughts was, in the next 30 days, my 6-month term is going to end with them. So all I got to do is switch insurance companies. I have 7, 8 different insurance companies. And of course, my daughter's name is in the system. So I can't get around this. All of them is telling me my payments is going to be triple. What I ended up having to do was get rid of all the cars that I had on that policy. Go and buy another car and only put that one car on the policy. So then when they ask me about my daughter being a driver, I can honestly tell them no, because we have 2 different addresses and it's only one car. Now, after dealing with all that, I was happy to have it behind me. As far as I'm concerned, everything is over and done with. My sister, the narcissist, from the time she found out about this situation, making this big issue, talking about how my daughter messed up the insurance and how I shouldn't have never had her driving a car in my name, my daughter being irresponsible and all kinds of stuff, man, just tearing my daughter down. Now, I'm listening to all this, and the first thing that I'm thinking is that I know she talked to my daughter on a regular basis. Why are you saying all this about her behind her back like this? But then I thought about why she might be so upset. Well, because she was on my insurance as well. And not only was she on my insurance, I made her payment for her every month. Where did this all came about was because the year prior, she didn't have no car insurance. So when it was time for her to renew her plates, she found somebody on Facebook Marketplace selling insurance. Went and bought some, and that's how she got her tags renewed. She got a letter in the mail from the Secretary of State stating her insurance was fake and that she needs to turn license plates. That's how this came about of her getting on my insurance. Now, every month she would call me and ask how much is her insurance payment. I told her nothing because I knew her financial situation. And it came right out of my bank account. So I told her, don't even worry about it. I got it. Not only do she have to go out and find her own insurance now, but she ain't got no more free insurance. So this is what I'm believing that's going on while she's so upset with my daughter. She doesn't stop. This happened 5 or 6 times. She keep bringing this up. She ain't no good. She's so wrong for what she done. How stupid she is that she's gonna call the insurance company trying to make a claim and she not the policy holder. And I get tired of hearing this. I say, hey, it was my insurance that got messed up. Why are you so upset that you keep bringing this up, talking about this? It's done. It's over with. I don't want to talk about it no more. And finally, she stopped. But she's a narcissist. Narcissists are like Terminators. They do not stop. So one day she called. Hey, you talked to your daughter? Oh, no, I ain't talked to my daughter. And wait for it, because it's coming, and here it come. So she ain't paid you your money yet. What money is she talking about? I had to think about it. She talking about a parking ticket my daughter had got about 8 months before this that I paid for. My daughter didn't make her last insurance payment. But then also, when I switched insurance companies, previous insurance company charged me $350 for cancellation fee, even though I was at the end of my term. According to my sister, the narcissist, she made this big old issue that since my daughter is the one that's responsible for the insurance getting messed up, that she should be responsible for paying this cancellation fee. What's she talking about? And she making this big old issue about it. One day, I get a text message from a strange number that I didn't know. When I open it up, it is a screenshot of my daughter's social media page. It's her and her boyfriend at the time was getting tattoos. Now, I didn't understand who sent this to me or even why, because it wasn't from my daughter. I get a call from my sister. You get that text message? Yeah, I got it. Why did you have somebody send me this? Oh, I just wanted you to see how she got money to go out here and get tattoos, but she ain't paid you your money yet. Now, mind you, I know I already told her this situation is over and done with, but here she is. Keep bringing this up. I ends up getting 2 more screenshots from my daughter's social media page over a period of time of a few weeks. One of them was my daughter at the Fishbone restaurant in downtown Detroit. The narcissist called me again. She got money to go out here to eat at these restaurants, but she still ain't paid you your money. And she goes into all this negativity, talking about my daughter, how she irresponsible, how she's so wrong because she ain't paid me my money, and just going on and on. I'm not understanding none of this. The last screenshot that I got was my daughter taking a picture with some money. My sister called me. Yeah, she talking about she rich again. She ain't too rich. She ain't paid you your money. Now I'm tired of it. See, because I done told her the situation is done and over with. Why do you keep sending me these screenshots and keep bringing this situation up? The whole time she was on my insurance, I paid. So what makes you think I care anything about making one payment and paying a parking ticket for my own daughter? This is the way a narcissist thinks. She know I didn't care nothing about that. But she trying to make it into an issue to get a response from me so she can go run tell my daughter. But I never did. I tell her, this is done and over with. I don't care nothing about none of it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to even hear about it no more. It's over. But she never stopped. See, she already had a full campaign going where she was telling everybody she know. The way that I find this out, my youngest son called me to look at a car he had just purchased. So as we walking up the driveway, he said, hey, Pops, you want me to take care of my sister's bill? I said, son, what are you talking about? I'm not broke. I've been paid that stuff. I ain't even thought nothing else about it. And we both laughed about it and never spoke about it again. But why is he talking about it? Because my sister had been telling everybody else and him. But she wasn't just telling him. She was actually telling my daughter that I was making a big issue, mad about her messing up the insurance and talking about this money that she supposed to owe me. I clearly told her I didn't care nothing about that money. But she's sitting up lying to my daughter telling her this. The way I find out, my oldest son, he said, hey, Pops, Anna mad at you. I said, what's she mad at me about? About the car insurance situation. I said, son, That situation been done and over with. I'm not mad at her about it. Why is she mad at me? He was like, well, I don't know. Why is she talking about this? Why is she mad at me? And I'm not mad. The narcissist is telling her that I'm mad, that I'm upset, that I'm talking about it, when I'm not. My thoughts on this, because I don't know what my sister's doing, my daughter grown, she gonna have to figure that out on her own. Because I don't know why she mad at me. A whole year passed. I ain't seen or talked to my daughter at all. I run into her at a funeral. I'm trying to talk to her. She wouldn't even talk to me. And I'm fine with it, because I don't know what she's mad about. And that she's mad because the narcissist never stopped. Also, lying to her about everything going on in my life at that time, and going back 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Messing up everything that she know about that I've done. Got my daughter believing it. And the way that I knew it is because every time I look around, there was somebody else telling me about something my daughter didn't say about me. But these were things that she didn't know anything about. And every time I heard it, it was always twisted up and turned around. Where was this coming from? All of it coming from my sister, the narcissist. This is how a narcissist works. They will lie, step stories, gaslight, and have everybody mad at each other while they just sitting back laughing about everything.